The security guard splashes water on a sleeping man and angrily says, "I told you yesterday to leave this place. Why are you still here?" The man soaked shouts, "I'm here to find my girlfriend." The security guard says firmly, "I already told you, you don't belong here." Pushing him, she says, "Leave immediately." At that moment, the company's boss walks over. The guard says, "Boss, this man is extremely stubborn. He's been lying in front of our company building for a week." The man pleads with folded hands, "My girlfriend works at this company. Her name is Ying Ying. Do you know her?" The boss asks in shock, "Are you sure her name is Ying Ying?" The man answers right away, "I'm completely sure." The guard says in disbelief, "She's a senior executive at our company. How could she be your girlfriend?" The man says in a trembling voice, "I'm not lying." He takes out his phone and says, "Look, I even have a photo of us together." The guard looks at the photo in shock and shows it to the boss. "Sir, this really is Ying Ying from our company." The boss asks the man, "Are you telling the truth?" The man says sadly, "I called her and sent messages, but she never replied. I had no other option." The boss says, "All right, I'll call her right now. Wait a moment." On the phone, he says, "Come back to the company immediately." Ying Ying replies with a smile, "Okay, I'm on my way." The boss hangs up the call and they head inside. As soon as they reach the office, the boss says, "Now tell me clearly, what really happened to you?" The man says, "Ying Ying and I grew up together. We went to the same school and the same university. Her family was struggling financially, so I dropped out of school and supported her. I came today only because my father broke his leg. Out of desperation, I asked her for 20,000 yuan and she gave me a suggestion instead. She said, 'Write a project proposal. If it succeeds, you'll get a 2,000 yuan bonus.' I worked day and night on that proposal. When I finished it and asked for the bonus, she completely stopped responding." The boss says in surprise, "Didn't you say you never went to university? Then how did you write the proposal?" The man replies, "I didn't go to a regular university, but for people like us, education is the only way out. I worked during the day and studied at night. After years of effort, I passed night college exams. The idea for these firefighting pants was mine." The boss says, "You're claiming you created this proposal, but I already have a sample of this product. If you can explain the details and the key selling points without looking at the proposal, then I'll believe you." The man takes the product in his hands and explains everything clearly. At that moment, Ying Ying walks into the office and says, "Sir, what can I do for you?" The man, overwhelmed with emotion, grabs her arm. Ying Ying pulls away angrily and says, "Don't touch me." The boss asks, "Tell me, who is this man?" Ying Ying says, "I don't know him." The boss picks up the proposal and says, "Then take a look at this proposal. Who wrote it?" Ying Ying looks at the file and says, "I wrote this proposal." The boss immediately says, "Then explain the product details." Ying Ying picks up the product and only reads the names printed on it. The boss snatches the product away and says, "It's obvious this proposal was written by Sheed. The real bonus was 200,000 yuan. You promised him 2,000, but you never paid it. You cheated him. My company doesn't need you anymore. Pack your things and leave." Ying Ying says angrily, "You're yelling at me and firing me over some outsider. You'll regret this." The boss replies, "Whether I regret it or not is not for you to decide. Leave now."